Hello, everybody, again. Hopefully, you guys come back. Oh gosh. So, I don't know what's up with Streamlabs right now. It's not letting me use both my camera sources, which has never been a problem before in the past. So, yeah. So, my face is not currently available to you all. I am sorry about that you can't see my beautiful, beautiful face, but maybe it's for the best for right now. I'll figure out the software issues later, but right now we're gonna continue painting. Again, sorry about the issues and the lagging. I don't know why Streamlabs is picking on me. Because like I said, it's never been an issue in the past with using two cameras. And if I can't use two cameras with Streamlabs anymore, I'll probably have to use a different streaming service, which is fine, because it's close to my renewal date anyway with Streamlabs, even though I have liked them in the past. Set me up for better days. Many tears on many nights. You've always been by my side. They ask why my face so high, then I reply, don't you know that it's my time? Don't you know that it's my time? I don't really know what I'm going for right now. I'm kind of just putting colors on the canvas. It's been a while since I just made something without looking at a reference. I usually don't recommend. Okay, let's try this for a third time. Usually I don't recommend painting something without having a reference, but I've been staring at people's faces for so long and trying to get them to look as close as possible to their faces and to the characters and stuff. I kind of just want to paint. I kind of just want to create stuff from my brain, you know? Not that I didn't enjoy making all those portraits, but at this point, I just want to do whatever, you know? Weapon formed against me shall prosper. All I do is win, taking L's not an option. Know that this my time, cause the Lord always watching. Say they got the keys, we don't need them cause we lie. I am going to dry this. Tell them that we so I'm gonna whip a little bit. From the clouds, long as Jesus in the cockpit. Only look the guy when you down. That's maxed out my monitor. Journey comes with challenges and ain't no way to dodge them, you know. It's just one of those days, you know. One of those days. Can't see what I'm doing now. Because I'm resting in his protection. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. If they taking shots, I just watch them bounce off, man. In the church, but was born back in Yaktown. If you taught to shine, he gon' tell you we don't back down. Always had the gifts, but they see it cause I rap now. Credit to the savior cause my power has been maxed out. Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored and it shows. Jesus rose, boy, tell him everybody needs to know. They can talk and they can try to bring me down and stop the flow. It ain't me you need to worry about, but who I'm working for. See, I'm patient, but not complacent on where he's placed me. It's crazy how much they hate me because he saved me. We daily greatly and read his sayings. They say things to try to break me with rocky pavement. They rush into all discussions about his judgment on man's word. He doesn't function cause he's above them. We love him but won't be muzzled. That leaves him puzzled. My peace is sent from above you so you can't touch it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. If they taking shots, I just watch them bounce off, man.
I just realized I've been muted for a little bit. Hello, Zombo. Oh no, I wasn't ignoring you. I was talking. I just I'm a silly little Billy and forgot to unmute. Oh, that was an accident, but I like what just happened. Okay, I didn't have much of an idea until just now, but... Happy little accidents, yeah! Why, but I can't seem to get Streamlabs to not be jittery anymore if I have both of my cameras going. Like I never used to, it hasn't been a problem in all these years, but I don't know if it was because of the new update I downloaded or something, but problem, otherwise I'm gonna have to become a VTuber. So what? Because you know before, instead of having this little me, couldn't hear you over my chewing pizza. Okay. So for some reason, when I switched to this, oh, now it's fine. Okay, whatever. I guess I just have to start the stream not on my face. But it was just super laggy before. Yeah. Yeah, the tiny me looks just like me. gonna put it back to not my face so she doesn't jinx me. I don't know who she is, but I don't want her to jinx me. But anyway, yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason, I can't start a stream. Well, I didn't even start the stream with it on my face. I started with my logos. I don't know. Streamlabs is just being weird. Hi, Katrina. How does this green ocean make you feel, Katrina? What temperature are you going for? What vibe is it giving you? I was thinking about revamping my chibi. I don't know. I might leave her that way. But she's like in a sort of like a Pride and Prejudice Regency type dress. And, you know, Pride and Prejudice is it's one of my favorite movies. So I don't know. I said in the stream title that this was going to be calm scenes, but there's just something in me that wants to just add a shipwreck or like a boat that's really struggling. I don't know what it is about me that just can't leave things calm. But I really... It's like a gremlin in my brain that just wants the chaos. Or at least wants to capture the beauty in chaos, I don't know. One of the two. I think it's the second thing. I don't just like enjoy chaos for the sake of chaos. But if it can look pretty while it is chaotic, yeah. Go right on ahead. I think this wave might be too close to this other wave. Oh, we back to doing beaches. Yeah, we back to doing beaches and things like that. As much as I enjoyed painting all those faces, I missed just being able to paint nature. To paint silly little scenes. Which is funny because like 2 months ago I was so tired of just painting these silly little scenes, but you know, it's good to take a break from your usual things and break things up. It makes you appreciate what you were doing before a little bit more. More blue to some of this water, because there is some blue in the clouds. I should paint a beach with 26 children on it. Oh, that's a deep cut reference right there. I can make this one big wave. It's sad I covered up the part that had the original inspo, but sometimes you gotta do it for the plot, you know? I am gripping this so tight. My pinky started to, like, fall asleep. Granted, I don't need my pinky to paint or draw. I just, for some reason, use all of my fingers when I draw. I don't know why. I keep having to remind myself that I only need these two. But, you know, when you've been writing and drawing the same way for 29 years, it's hard to correct it. There we go. That looks nice. Let's do some splashes. I want to add something in the background, but I don't know what. I think what's going on over here is very pretty, but I don't know, maybe it's fine the way it is. How'd the sorry. How'd the end of your campaign go, Zembo? Everybody have fun fighting your boss, whose attack sounded very complicated? I don't remember everything about it. I just remember thinking, they're gonna die. I don't know if you can hear me over your pizza yet. Add some birds in the background. I'll make these back here more land shape. Just so that's a bit more obvious. trees to cover the signs that should have sunshine. Alright. There's our first one. I think it's really cute. I think it's really cute. Next. Let's use a white canvas this time. Okay, this time I'm gonna... Oh, I have plenty of references on my phone. I'm gonna paint another sunset. Maybe a mountain scene. It's been so long since I painted mountains, guys. I've just been painting faces. Oh, I found a pretty one. I found a pretty sunset. I'm constantly taking photos of sunsets. If I'm out and about at dusk, you can almost guarantee I'm taking a photo. I mean, if it's a bright day, you know. If it's like cloudy and crap, no, that's not gonna be a good reference for anything except sadness. And I don't need a reference for that. Got a good handle on sadness. I'm trying to paint joy. Come on. Oh, that's so much blue. That's so much blue. Alright. I'm excited. I'm gonna paint mountains, everybody. It's been so long. It's been so long. Okay, so got this blue. Actually, it's more. It's like a hint of ultramarine. Again, I'm just using so much blue. Maybe I'll slather these on a bigger canvas and then come up with something later once I'm done painting. just so that the paint doesn't go to waste. Yep, it is, yeah, ultramarine. That was the missing ingredient. And I know all about ingredients. I cook all the time. I woke up super early today, and I started to get sleepy like an hour before the stream, and I was like, nope, we're just gonna have some coffee, and we're just gonna tough it out. And now I can tell that I'm like sleepy babbling, so I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe it'll make for a good stream, yeah? Woo! Guys. You don't even know. You don't even know what you're in for. This is gonna be so pretty. There's no way you can prepare for what's gonna happen. So just sit back, relax. And listen to me ramble. Cough. My older sister is pretty sure I have a sinus infection because I've been sick for quite a while, and she asks me questions about the mucus color and stuff. And she used to work in a hospital for a little bit. I mean, she worked in like radiology or something, but still, I assume that she knows things. I know it looks like nothing has happened, but actually a lot has happened. Let's get some nice ultramarine. Let's get some of this orange. We're gonna create like this nice kind of gray cloud color, and then on the edges of it we're gonna put orange. to give it that sun, just like gently kissing stuff type of effect. But you gotta go first in. I mean, I guess I could have done a layer of, another way to go about it. So you can always do like a layer of like a soft, like pastel orange, right? Do some clouds like that. And I could have waited for it to dry and then done the purple over it. Completely an option if that's something you want to do. That's more than 1,000% up to you, you know. It just depends on your zhuzh. I do both depending on what day it is. And if we want to have a part of the cloud that's a little bit, you know, has a little bit more of a tint to it, a darker tint, you can go ahead and add some more orange to it. And if you want some of that, those edges to look real crispy, you know, or crispy with a light, you can, you know, still using the same brush, because I want some of the colors to kind of like blend together. But if you want that crispy sunshine, that sun-baked fried chicken cloud look, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. When the clouds look like drumsticks. You know what I'm talking about. Tell me that don't look like something from your KFC bucket. Tell me that right there. Tell me that ain't a wing. And tell me that ain't a drum. Okay? Just trying to rationalize the nonsense I say when I'm sleepy. Anyway. I think crispy is kind of a nice way to describe the edges of these clouds. Nice thing about not washing your brush and just kind of doing whatever, letting the colors really like mix and come together, is that if you just like drag your brush across, you can get so many rich, beautiful colors. I don't know why I'm like emoting into the camera. That's not even on me. So many rich, beautiful colors into your strokes. Like it's just it's so nice. It's so nice. Oh, but back to this oh, that's darling, that's way too much. Let's fix that. It kind of dried up a little bit, so I'm gonna have to make some more of that kind of gray mixture. Because, you know, blue and orange are on opposite ends of the spectrum. And so when they come together, they make like gray or brown, depending on how much of what you mix together. And if I put that on top of that, it just... I love my job. I love what I do. Hello, Dorino. How you doing today? Been a while since I last caught a stream of yours. Yeah. You're doing alright? I'm a little under the weather, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a while since I've actually done a landscape. I've been doing portraits for... How come you got rid of the other POV? Streamlabs has been... which is the software that I use for OBS. It's just been really finicky the last week or so. And if I have both cameras going at the same time, it'll start to freeze up. I mean, I love showing my face on camera. I love being able to connect with people and, yeah, I don't have a problem with having my face on camera. It's just, Streamlabs has just been... I have to figure out why all of a sudden the software doesn't want to allow both cameras. You heard it's annoying to use. Yeah, I've been hearing that from people, like, the last week or so since I've been complaining about it, but I haven't had problems with Streamlabs, not really, until, like, this past week, and so I might have to look into another OBS. I know my sister uses StreamYard, and she never has issues. Oh, my sister on YouTube said, I love seeing your face on camera. I know you do, Katrina. I know you do. But yeah, I might just have to switch over to StreamYard once my Streamlabs subscription runs out. I think it runs out in like July or something like that, so. Does she use 2 cameras? She doesn't use 2 cameras, but she'll have like multiple things and applications going. And sometimes she'll have, like people join via, don't they have a free version? They do, I forget why I subscribed to them. I think it was probably so I can multi-stream, because maybe that was locked behind the paywall. Or maybe, I forget why, but, I might just cancel the sub and then figure out where to go from there. Because they used to offer a lot more stuff, like they used to have like their own like royalty free music that you could use, but they good money investment not knowing why you pay for stuff. I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I originally was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I mean, they also, back in the day, they had offered like some like sponsorship stuff, and so they're like, oh, if you try out these games, you can, you know, if you just play them on stream, then you'll get money for it. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. And so I did get paid for a while for just like gaming and stuff via Streamlabs, so. Shouldn't you reinvest what you pay for every now and then? Yeah, that's true. Especially since it seems like they're giving people a lot of issues. But yeah, they used to have like more features and stuff, but they've recently cut back on a lot of things, and so I don't know. It used to be worth it, now it doesn't seem to be worth it anymore. But I didn't used to have any issues with them or anything. But I know a lot of other streamers that I watch use StreamYard. Maybe I'll see what their reviews are like. How long does a painting take me? It depends on what it is. If I'm painting like a really complicated sunset like this, I'm gonna take more time on the background. The fastest I've ever painted something is... I think the fastest I've ever made a painting was like in 10 minutes. And it was something this size, it wasn't anything bigger than this. Well, hello, Seven, and actually, I'm not left-handed. I don't know why, but the camera is flipped. It's reversed. Well, actually, I'm ambidextrous, so yes and no. It'll look like I'm right-handed now to you guys, but I don't. Yeah. Weird settings have been going on with my streaming stuff lately, so everything is reversed for you guys. I don't usually paint with both hands. Not for the same painting anyway. Not unless like my hand is like gets tired and then I just switch, but I have done entire streams where I painted left-handed though. I want to do a small river, just like a touch of water over here. Maybe put some of the orange. Just reflecting in the water, and then I want to add some land. I've done two kind of warm scenes. I think for the next thing I'll paint something kind of snowy. Everything you paint goes into your shop? Yep, everything I paint goes in my shop. Unless it's something like specifically for some, you know, like a commission or something like that. Or sometimes I'll just... No, everything I paint does pretty much, unless it's a commission. I might doodle something and just like keep it for myself for a while, but it'll end up in the shop too. Some of my earlier work I keep for myself. There's like 1 or 2 paintings I have from the very early days that I keep for myself, and I keep them in a private space so that other people don't see them. But one is a mountain scene and the other is, I guess, technically a mountain scene because it's a scene from Skyrim. But those are the only 2 that I've pretty much just like, nope, these are just for me. I'll sketch more stuff to keep for myself than I'll have, like, actual paintings. Interesting. Do you find it hard to part ways sometimes? I do. Especially if I've had a painting for a long time. Then it kind of feels like it's a part of me, but... like, there was one painting I made. It was titled Who Am I? And I had initially made it for a showcase, but I'm happy I sold it, honestly. I found a good home, a fan of the stream, had been watching me for a while and decided to get that painting. I'm glad he has it. But some paintings, they feel like your children, and other paintings feel like, you know, the redheaded stepchild that you're trying to get rid of. If there was one painting, it was a full waterfall I did, and I had made it like, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago, and I love the painting, but I'm just like, this is so pretty, I want someone else to look at it, I want someone else to have it. And so when I kept going to different conventions and nobody had bought it, I'm just like, I was just like, God, who's this painting for? Because like like, why do I still have it? And then, I went somewhere. I went to, like, a church to speak to their youth group. And I had set up some art just to set it out, just to see if anybody would be interested. And, the youth pastor's wife ended up buying it. And, the youth pastor, he's a friend of mine. And so I'm just like, oh, like, that's nice. Like, this whole time that I've been holding on to this painting, I'm just, like, wondering who this is for. It actually, like, went to somebody that I knew. But I don't know, a lot of the things that I make, they just feel like they're meant for somebody else. Meant to be in somebody else's home. some things I'm sad to part ways with, but other things I'm just like, this is for somebody else. This isn't meant for me to keep. It's just a, you know, like a feeling that I get. I assume the conventions are the places you sell most of your stuff. Yeah. Conventions, craft shows, stuff like that. I am looking into getting a brick and mortar place so people can, like if they're in my state, they can just come and pick it up. They don't have to wait till the next convention or have to pay for shipping if they're local. Isn't it expensive to get a place at those? It depends on the convention. Craft shows, it depends. The cheapest table that I've gotten was $25. The most expensive table that I've paid for was $3.90. Oh yeah, the show that is the $3.90 table. That's the biggest show in Michigan of the year, and I always make my money back. I do really well at that show. That's like the one I'm looking forward to every year. Yep, I'm from Michigan. Born and raised. I'll do shows in like other parts of the Midwest though. I've had a table in Philadelphia, I've had a table, actually I shared a booth with someone in Chicago. I actually haven't been back to Chicago for a con since before COVID. So it's been a while since I've been to Chicago for a convention, but I've mainly been doing things in Michigan within the past year and a half. mind traveling though. I kind of miss traveling sometimes. I mean, I love traveling across the state, but sometimes I like going other places and different states and talking to different people about art and comics and movies and stuff, getting a different take. That grass does not look convincing. We'll go for... yeah, it's a little better. Like twigs and prickly stuff. That sunset is done. Looks like I'm out of white canvases. Just have a bunch of black ones left. When you attach a date to the painting, it's because of the stream. Yep. It's because of the stream. I used to sort more paintings like that until I just had too many individual products on Squarespace, because it was like, you've reached your limit, and I was just like, okay, I've got to reorganize some things. Some stuff I've still left by the date, but other things it's like, okay, you're going with the mountains, you're going with the auroras, you're going with the space stuff. Might need to break out some magenta for this. Yeah. Or... ooh, okay. Yeah. I have an idea. Ooh, I need to buy some more magenta. You've reached your limit. Sounds like a money grab. It's not like it affects them. Maybe it makes the shop a bit too cluttered. Yeah, the limit is like 250, I think. And so I was like, okay, yeah. it's like, yeah, I need to reorganize some stuff. And then it makes it a little less of a headache for me. That way I don't have to keep making a new individual product. I can just go back and add a variation to the product and be like, okay, mountain scenes, and then here's this mountain scene number 17, instead of having to change the entire way that it's structured. Just not yet. Get some blue. Actually, I think I'm gonna dry this because it looks like I'm picking up some pigments a little bit. How so? Oh, it makes it easier. That way I don't have to like go into the shop and like create like a whole new product description and re-enter in all the shipping details and the packaging details, and then, you know, make a whole new tag for that individual painting. Instead, I can just add a variation onto that already existing product. Yeah, I suppose it can make it a little harder. I'm curious about the Moving Mountains painting. Is the price due to the size, or kinda I don't really want to sell, but if your offer is high enough? It's due to the size, and also I was working on that painting for 8 years. And if someone had a good counter offer, then I'd consider it, but also it's partially just the amount of time I spent on it. Well, majority is the amount of time I spent on it. Yeah, I started it when when I really first started oil painting. And then I kept working on it, like putting it away, working on it, putting it away, and then eventually, I think it was, what was it, 2023? I was like, this is the year that I'm finishing it. I'm gonna have a showcase this year. I need to have it at the showcase. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm finally gonna finish it. And I just buckled down and was like, you know what, this is, yeah, enough is enough fooling around. When did I finish? I think it was 2023. Yeah, because it wasn't last year, yeah, it was the year before last, yep. Because I had the showcase in December, I think. So it wasn't last December, but it was the December before that. Did you expect to sell it at some point? I hope so, yeah. I hope so. I just wonder who's that customer. Yep. Would love to meet him. Would love to meet him. I assume you keep sold art up in your showcase as I assume you keep sold up art in the shop as a showcase. Yeah. Kind of following a reference, but now I'm doing my own thing. So if it gets a little awkward, that's why. I'm completely guesstimating as to how. Oh, the rest of this to go. To the clock tower. I should have figured out what I was doing in the foreground near the clock tower before I added in the bridge, but like I said, I'm kind of making stuff up, so I'm gonna have a lot of happy accidents until we figure out what we're doing. Thinking maybe these are some smaller buildings? Just some smaller structures? Kind of going for more of a, I guess, an impressionism feel. I'm not doing a lot of fine detailing and hard edges. Just redo this bridge later. Maybe I won't do a bridge at all. Like I said, still figuring it out. look at the time. It is nearly 4 o'clock, at least 4 o'clock where I live. Which means I gotta hurry this along. so they don't get splashed. Gonna make some stars. Not stars, snow. We're doing snow. Oh, this is a little too much moisture. There we go. That looks more like snowflakes. I think with the exception of the sides being completely blank, I think it's a pretty cute painting. I don't know what word I'm looking for. I think it's cute. I think it's a nice little end for our day. I think I maybe got some paint on my face or in my eye or something. Well, not like in my eye, but like near my eye. But anyway, me being a klutz aside, I really enjoyed making these 3 today. It was a nice break from painting a bunch of faces. Thank you to everybody that was watching today, because I know I had people watching on Twitch, and I had people watching on YouTube. I appreciate whoever people watch, however people watch, or people watching this back on YouTube later on. I appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna head out, because I've got some other things to take care of for the day, but I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy lives to spend time with me as I paint, especially since I sound like I'm sick and diseased, because I am a little bit. But hopefully I'll get this whole Streamlabs thing figured out, and the next time I stream you guys will be able to see my face. But yeah, anyway, if I don't get that figured out, then maybe I'll figure out how to at least make the little me move or emote a little bit or something like that, you know? That might be cool, or a lot more work than trying to figure out my camera problems. Who knows?